Kevin, a stop-start day, but in the end, those first 5 Derbyshire wickets have been taken. What's your assessment of the day?
It was expected that it was going to be stop-start. I'm absolutely delighted with that day, to take 5 wickets and to do everything that we set out to do, especially after a change of code. We're all very happy.
How do those days suit or otherwise the bowlers, I suppose? It seemed like overhead conditions were favourable, but you're on and off so often through the day.
Yeah, these are nice conditions to bowl in, but the stop-start can affect your rhythm. You know, you end up getting a little bit stiff in between. But one thing I'll say is these guys are really, really well prepared, you know, plans-wise, physically, and they didn't let that affect them. And they were really switched on in the rain breaks. They were very, very switched on, and that's what you walk in. You've got to let them relax. You're obviously not all over them all the time, but you walk in and just make sure they're on. And then when you come out and you do your pre-session warm-ups, they were absolutely fabulous.
You could almost split that bowling attack into 2, I suppose, in their recent experiences. What challenges does it pose the likes of Luke Fletcher, first of all, to move from white ball to red in less than 48 hours?
Well, it posed absolutely no challenges at all, because Luke has kept himself very, very competitive through the T20 campaign. Remember, he also carried an awful lot of overs in. So it was actually it was an opportune moment to just deload him of a few overs, knowing that we've now got these 2 championship games coming in. The way he's changed codes, all of them, to be honest, has been excellent. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes, with the Red Bull guys doing their 13 days of prep when they came out of their T20. So it's been really, really well organised by Franksy and Rooster, making sure that those guys have come ready to play.
But even with that 13 days of prep, I suppose it hasn't necessarily been as competitive as what those guys will experience today that haven't played a competitive game for a little while.
No, well, it's obviously not first-class cricket, but I went to Lancashire last week. It was the game that was called off through COVID, but I watched the first day when we bowled, and that was like watching a first-class match. You know, the quality that I saw from the bowlers was absolutely fantastic. Great fielding, great environment, and I actually thought to myself, I said that to Pete when I came back, it was like watching a first-class game.
And now we stand here with I think a good forecast tomorrow, but it is an iffy week upcoming. Will that affect, do you think, the way the team looks to go about the next 3 days?
No, it definitely won't. If you think about the Essex game, where we actually had a shortened game, it's about just, I don't want to go cliche wise, but it's right. Concentrate on the ball that you bowl in. Think about the plans that we've had, yeah, and make sure that you're absolutely on it, which they have been the whole time. So we will just make sure that every time we go out to bowl or bat, we're thinking about doing our basics and our best things as often as we can.